Hey everyone, and welcome to the third episode in our Building a B&M Dive Coaster in Planet Coaster series. I know it's been a bit of a break since the last one. It's been about a week, I think. And that's mainly just because I haven't really had much motivation to go back and sort this thing out. But, well, the motivation has hit, and in this episode, I do a fair amount, I'd say. We get the storage section and the transfer area done alongside the station and, well, one of the storage sheds next to the actual station there. Boxed off and finished, and honestly, you're gonna see towards the end of the episode, it is absolutely like, I don't know where I was going with this. It's quite a modern station that I've designed here. It's very, very reminiscent of a certain B&M dive coaster that may or may not exist at Cedar Point, but I never told you that, but it's fine. It's quite a modern station. It's got some mixed accents, like it's got some cool geometry going on the front. It's just a simple, modern, clean design that I genuinely thought is the vibe I want to go with this coaster. So, this is this week's episode. I also sorted the pre-lift section out too, with kind of like on Griffin, it has this little path that runs outside the turn with some cool lighting and fencing. Basically, I've just sorted out the first half of this ride. This was mainly the most difficult part of the build because the station is normally normally one of the most difficult parts just to get right, because if you don't get the station right, you kind of just don't end up having a good feel for the rest of the coaster. Here, you can see how I'm going to get around the pesky sense of not being able to open the ride and basically run it without test dummies on it. So, what I've done is I've got the path going, the exit path going on the other side of the... I've just realised I don't need an exit path. You don't need an exit path to open a ride, and I've just realised that. But I think I'll keep it anyway, because that way I will probably put paths underneath the main cladding and the pathway, just so that we can have some guests walking around, so that when I maybe put this up for download, you guys can go in and you're walking around in ThemeParkWirral, and then you're looking up on there's people going around the layout, and it's just kind of better vibe. And I've also managed to skin the path, like the exit, what am I saying? I've managed to skin the entrance and exit stairs so that they actually look pretty decent. I've gone for this kind of metal basic pathway design for the entrance here, in this kind of bronze, I think it's the same colour as the track, just so we can have like a consistent colour scheme going on for the whole facade of all these areas. There's a fake exit path as well that comes out just to the right of the station kind of exit as we're facing it. It's near enough towards where the operator booth is that I kind of just thought, yeah, I'll put one there, maybe have it as a fake little bit of stairs, so that, if you're in ThemeParkWirral, you can actually use it and go and stand on the platform, get some nice views of the pre-drop, pre-lift. And here you can see the startings of the geometry on the front facade. I've gone for this kind of geometrical square pattern. I had to make some custom corners because they didn't actually fit. And basically what I do is I did actually end up losing a bit of this footage here, but you can kind of see I delete a bunch of the squares, make some of them darker, to create this cool kind of tiled effect. Very reminiscent of Valraven, of course, at Cedar Point, but, it's not copying, it's inspired by, in quotation marks. This cool little kind of rough brick cladding on the floor as well to give it that nice effect. And this kind of just metally look for the transfer section. I'm really happy with the detailing on the inside of the station. That's going to be coming in maybe a few minutes time. I did completely custom air gates and all that. I even managed to make a separate queue line for the front row, which kind of lines it all up. Something I do need to do, however, is I need to number the queues at the bottom so that the guests know exactly which one to go into, because at the moment it is a little bit confusing without any kind of signage, but that's something we can sort out whenever I manage to make some small, numbered pieces. On the station there, I add this kind of like white and silver version of the geometric pattern, as this kind of matches the trains. And I thought it'd be a pretty nice idea to have the exterior of the station match the the track color, and the interior of the station, where you're going to see the train the most, be that kind of color. It's kind of matching color schemes for most of this ride and stuff. So a lot of the buildings and maybe the toilets and the gift shop and whatever kind of things are going to have these geometric patterns on, so that all the buildings have this kind of consistent modern architectural style, as I think that will really kind of tie in the area and make it look really nice. I'm also planning, I think, for next episode to get the plaza done and the kind of pathways under the storage section done, get the maintenance road and stuff all finished, so that we can do the splashdown as well. Because I really, really want to get the splashdown going, because I want to get that water effect in, and I want to create a really nice looking kind of splashdown area for this coaster. It's got to be modern, it's going to be clean. Might even have a little bit of vegetation around the side of it, this kind of, you know, these palm trees, but not massive ones, kind of low-lying shrubbery. Because I do think I want to have this coaster be kind of set in a warmer environment. It is in the grasslands biome, of course. So maybe somewhere like in the Mediterranean, maybe in Spain, or maybe we're in California, maybe we're in Australia, anywhere warmer environment where you're going to see this kind of grassy, dead shrubbery kind of environment with things going on there. So lower lying palm trees, and I think they're called sago palms. I know they're the kind of things you find like in a Spanish hotel courtyard or something. It's the kind of vibe I really do like enjoying there. You can see me there on the workshop looking for some ceiling fans. I thought it'd be nice to have some of those, because I don't really pay that much attention to stuff like that, but I felt for this build I really wanted to nail down the realistic little details you find in the queue line. I've also downloaded some misters, like, you know, those fans that sit in the corner of the queue lines and they blow mist onto the guests because it's really hot. I wanted to get some stuff of that, so in the shaded areas of the queue line we're going to have that go in, and we're going to have some queue line TVs that I might even make some custom graphics for, maybe even like a video, because I'm thinking what I might do is create like a little promo kind of video to play as you leave the station. So like or like kind of just playing in the station as it's like instructions on how to board, you know, pulling restraints down, exiting to the left. Then we'll have some shots of the coaster going around the layout. But they'll have to be the very last thing that we do, because this thing does need to tie together all the little details and stuff as well. So that way we may even be able to create like a photo booth, so I need to put some cameras somewhere, and that way we can create this really immersive, realistic area for this one specific coaster. Because I kind of did that with Inferno, but not to the extent that I want to get this done for this coaster. Hopefully I can do that. If I don't end up doing it, it might be something I'll come back to in the future. But anyway, you can just see me doing the stairs here. You see what I mean about the modern kind of almost boring metal effect of the stairs here. But hey ho, it is what it is, and I think it's turned out really well so far. So let me just think, is there anything else that needs to be said whilst I'm here? I don't think so. Should have the next episode out fairly soon. I am going away for a couple of days. I think on Wednesday I'm gone for a couple of days, so there won't be any content coming out around there, and there won't be any recording happening out there either. So I might try and get another episode out before I do leave, but if I don't, it will be the first thing that happens when I come back, is that we'll continue working on this thing, get it done. I'd say maybe three or four more episodes, and then this thing is finished. So that's maybe 3 or 4 weeks, maybe not that long, maybe less time. Depends how quickly I really do work on this thing. But so far, you'll finish this episode with the pre-lift and the station completely done, with some very minor details that do just need to be added. So I think I'll leave the talking portion of the time-lapse here, and I'll let you enjoy the last, how many minutes? 3.5 minutes of whatever music I choose, which is probably just the basic kind of background music that I put on all my videos, because copyright is not fun, so we pick nice non-copyrighted music. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of the Dive Coaster series. Thank you again for all the support recently as well. I think we're really nearing that 900 subscriber mark, which is absolutely scary but amazing. So thank you very much for the support. And yeah, stick around for more episodes of this, which should be coming out soon. And I will catch you all next time.